Now we turn the page, and now it's the fun part. See, I have 4 boys, and I take them fishing. Because I want to be a good dad? Sure. Why do I take 4 boys fishing?
Get them out of their mother's hair.
That would be again if I was that good of a guy. See, when I go fishing, I have a permit that gives me ability to put 2 poles in the water. But if I have 4 boys with me, how many poles in the water can I put in?
8, 10.
I can put in multiple. Actually, they only let them have singles. So I get 6 poles in the water versus my 2 or my 1. What's my chances if I'm using my fish finder and I have my right bait of me catching fish with 6 poles versus 1 or 2?
6 times.
6 times greater. Okay? Well, that's what you guys need to be doing on the internet. Don't just rely on MLS to post your stuff for you. That's 1 pole. You need to be everywhere with your stuff. Everywhere. Okay? So now that we know our bait, we know where to find the fish, now we're going to talk about poles. And so the last little while, all we're going to focus on is poles. So the first thing is syndication. What is syndication? Well, the easiest way for me to describe it to start with is TV. Okay? You're a little young, but hopefully you can keep up. Ready? Alan Alda. Everybody know who Alan Alda is? Absolutely. Since I was a little kid, I watched Alan Alda. And you know what? He hasn't aged 1 day since I was that tall. Why?
Syndication. Because you're looking at the same shows over and over.
Over and how many of us have seen the same episodes of MASH at least 10 times? MASH. It's a television show, young guy. Okay. Okay? MASH. Does he get paid for the reruns? Yes, he does. Okay? There was a guy who was out there named Jerry. Jerry had a really cool television show named Seinfeld. Seinfeld was the #1 show in the world. #1. Top of the world. And he retires. Why does he retire?
You live off the residuals.
Because the syndication rights were at its highest peak. Some friends of his that were on the same night, friends of his, get it? Friends, waited a couple more years and their syndication rights were less. So people went out on top, made a ton of money. You guys need to syndicate as well. Now, how are you going to syndicate? Well, we have MLS that posts to Realtor and Zillow and Trillia and Homes. Those are covered.
What exactly does syndication mean?
It means that I do it once, and it is dispersed over many places. Okay? So I do it once, and
That's it.
it's that simple. So like MASH or like Seinfeld, it's not just playing in Arizona at whatever time in the day it is. It's also playing in Denver and Chicago, and they get checks from each of those radio stations, and it goes right into Jerry's pocket. Well, you need the same size pocket. Wouldn't that be nice? And you can do that with your real estate because you have more content than you imagine. More content than you imagine. So let's talk about syndications. The first one we're going to talk about is different sites to syndicate on. Okay? And I'll show you a few. One of the ones that I'm really liking and liking the way that they help us out is a little site you might have heard of. It's called YouTube. Anybody heard of YouTube? Okay? Now it's always guessing what pops up when I go to youtube.com. But I'll just block out. I'm going to show you 2 different things. Number 1, I'm going to show you Glendale. Okay? I wanted to buy a Glendale home for sale. I hit enter, and here's what pops up. Agents what? Virtual tour. Oh, there's a Glendale, Missouri. Who knew? Okay? Burbank house for sale. Okay? Glendale, Pennsylvania. Where are you? You should be posting to YouTube. Now, if I clicked on one of these, which they'll be really ecstatic about, because it'll give them. Here is the title, which should be what? Keywords. Here is your short description down here. She put in her contact information, which is good, and there's the virtual tour link, so that's good. But if you upload a video to YouTube, it will actually ask you for a description that nobody sees. Okay, they call it tags. Nobody sees it. Google does, and YouTube does. And so what are you going to fill that tag section full of? Keywords, right? Very good. Another one for video is a buddy of mine over here. I'm loving this play. Oh, before I leave YouTube, sorry about that. Wait a minute. Dean told me something about keyword tool. Google had a keyword tool or a keyword or something. Here you go. The best keyword tool ever. Here's how to do it. Here's how to do it. Some guy's face. Everybody's education now is posted online. What does that mean? That means that tomorrow, if you want to learn how to become a programmer, jump up on YouTube and it'll teach you HTML. If I want to learn how to skydive, I can go to YouTube and watch skydiving videos on how to. Hopefully, they are ones without major bouncing, right? The chute didn't open. They have those videos. You can watch my kid doing backflips on rollerblades. Where? YouTube. Okay? So you can learn anything. The education is online.
How long does a thing on YouTube have to be, or how short?
I like keeping mine under 5 minutes because the attention span of realtors is relatively limited. But is it true? Yes. Okay? But most of these guys are under 10 minutes, most of them. There are some that are a little longer, but most of them are 10 minutes. If you watch television shows, it's 20 minutes, you know, because they take out all the commercials. So a 30-minute show is 20 minutes. So it's a great educational source. The lady called me the other day and she goes, I don't know how to use Excel. Am I going to teach her how to use Excel? Nope. I said, go to YouTube. She goes, YouTube. She goes, why am I here? My kids make me go here and watch dumb videos. I said, type in how to use Excel. Oh. She starts clicking. She goes, okay, thanks. She hangs up. I didn't hear from her again. So use YouTube for education. Now, the second one I'm going to show you for videos is one called Slideshare. Slideshare is a great little tool. Okay? It's Slideshare. Well, if you type in com, it'll roll you to net anyway. So, Slideshare. You set up a thing to post your videos here. Now, here's what I like. Most of us don't have a virtual tour that's one of these kind of movies, right? You know what I mean? Most of them are pictures and they do the spanning or scan, you know what I mean? Well, this one allows you to upload those photos and put them into a slideshow that looks like a virtual tour. And behind every photo is a place for tags. So each one. So I do the front entrance of Sun City, and I have that up there, and boom. Could you do a video, nice little slideshow just of the amenities of Sun City? And then the last slide is your mug and your information, and for further information and for a free map of Sun City, please email me or call me. What would happen? What do you think your traffic would be like, especially, say, September to April? It'd be huge. Huge. Those are my two favorite video sites. Now, the cool thing that I like about Slideshare is I get a lot of extra places to put tags in or keywords. But the other thing I like about this is after you sign up for an account, you actually can syndicate out. Remember the word was syndication. I can syndicate out to other sites. So if you have a Facebook account or a LinkedIn account or other video accounts, you input it into Slideshare and it syndicates it out for you. That one's really cool. Okay? Syndication sites for video. I really like those ones. Other sites are for blogging. There's two of them, and I don't know what you think about blogs. Blogs work. Get you to the top of Google. Do the right things with it, and you'll be doing really, really well on blogs. The syndication sites that I like for blogs is, I just had a Hello TXT. Hello TXT is a syndicator. I set up an account with them. link it with my other sites. So I link it with my Facebook, I link it with my LinkedIn, my Plaxo, and my Twitter. I put my content in here. Okay, I can add others too. I can upload photos or videos or whatever I want, click update status, and poof, it sends it out to the multiple places. Now what happens if you have multiple places that has your virtual tour or pictures of your property? It's what? More polls. More polls. Okay? Think about that. That's big. That's big. There's other syndication sites out there for that.